What it means to be a man in India, between power and pressure. Let's talk about men in India. When you hear the phrase Indian man, what comes to mind? A strict father in a Bollywood movie? A mustached shopkeeper with chai in hand? Or a tech bro in Bangalore coding at 2 a.m.? The truth is, there's no single type. Because being a man in India today means living between two worlds. One rooted in ancient tradition, and the other rushing forward with modern ambition. India is often called a patriarchal society, and yes, men have historically held most of the power. In families, in religion, in politics, and definitely in boardrooms. From ancient scriptures to village councils, from Bollywood heroes to political leaders, the ideal man was often seen as strong, stoic, provider, protector, and emotionally unavailable. You know, the kind who doesn't cry, unless it's raining, and someone just died in the third act. But here's the twist. Even in a male-dominated system, men aren't always free. They're expected to carry the weight of the family. They're told, don't show weakness. Get a good job. Provide for everyone. Be tough. Be straight. Be married. And oh, don't talk about your feelings. Ever. Sounds exhausting, doesn't it? So what's life actually like for men in India? Well, again, it depends. A man born into a wealthy urban family in Mumbai might go to college abroad, launch a startup, and live a fairly liberal life. Another man in a rural village might be expected to marry early, take care of farmland, and follow the rules of caste and custom. Both may be under pressure, just in very different ways. Here are a few realities. Mental health among Indian men is rarely talked about, but suicide rates are alarmingly high. Many men feel trapped by career expectations, the pressure to earn, succeed, never fail. Some face shame if they show emotion, or choose careers outside the manly box. A man who's not married by 30. People ask, what's wrong with you? A man who wants to stay at home while his wife works? Still shocking in many circles, so yes, men have privilege in many areas, but they're also boxed in by outdated ideas of masculinity. And here's another layer. Masculinity in India is often tied to honor, family honor, community honor, religious honor, and sometimes that pressure turns toxic, leading to violence, control over women, homophobia, and suppression of anyone who's different. But not all men are like that. Of course not. Across India, there's a growing conversation happening about gender roles, about men's emotions, about equality, about what kind of man society actually needs. You'll see Indian men today going to therapy, sharing parenting duties, supporting feminism, wearing pink without shame, dancing in weddings with full power, or just learning how to say, I don't know how I feel, but I want to figure it out. And that's progress. So, what does it mean to be a man in India? It means living in a society that often gives you power, but also demands you never look weak. It means being seen as the default decision maker, while not always being allowed to choose for yourself. It means you're expected to lead, but never cry, never pause, never question the script. But more and more Indian men today are doing just that. They're questioning the roles. They're reshaping what masculinity means, not with violence or anger, but with empathy, curiosity, and courage. So if you're a man watching this, or no one, maybe ask, what does being a man mean to you? And is it something you chose, or something that was chosen for you? Because even in a country of 1.4 billion people, no one should have to perform their gender like a Bollywood script. Not women, not men, not anyone.